Welcome back to Temeron's Tactics. This is Dominions 4 Gameplay Tutorial Part 2. In the beginning there was chaos, now the wheel has turned once again. So this is the map that we're going to be playing in this game. This is Talus. Okay, you can see there's a bunch of water down here. That's going to be largely ignored this game, although they might try to go out and conquer some of the water tiles. We're going to just stay out of it, okay? We're going to just try to conquer the land. The objective of the game is to control all 3 thrones of Ascension. There's one right over here. This is a throne of Ascension, okay, right there. There's one right there. There's one on our side of the river in this swamp right here, okay? And then there's also one right behind our starting area. This is where we're at. We can see our fortress, okay, the fortification there. The first thing that I always do when I start the game is up at the very top right corner. You can see map filters here. If you select that, you'll see that most of them are checked, but there are 2 that are not. Income box and names are not checked by default, and I strongly suggest that you just go check those, okay, and then hit exit. And then you can see it puts the name on each one of these provinces. Cetus is our starting province here with the little flashing green flag behind it, indicating that we are that's ours. Okay, we also have this little box coming out from the left side. That's the income box, and that's an important piece of information which you can't see by default for no good reason. I guess it's so you can see the beautiful artwork. So I suggest you first of all turn on those map filters so you can see the names and that income box. In the bottom right corner of the screen, you can see Fortification, Laboratory, Temple, and there's a couple other things here. Let's take a look at those. If I left-click on Fortification, it's going to bring up our castle. Okay, Administration, 45, Supply Storage. Don't really worry about all of this stuff right now. It's not really super important at this point. It's a fully upgraded castle. The laboratory here we cannot click on, doesn't have a screen associated with it, but that just means that you can do magic research there, you can cast rituals there, and certain units need to have a laboratory present to be recruited. We also have a temple. Temples spread dominion. That is, it radiates the dominion. Okay, and you remember in the first video we chose what effects our dominion is going to have. The temple radiates those effects. We also have the Temple Marsh, which allows us to recruit swamp guards and a bunch of Sobex, which are sort of giant lizard men. Okay, and it gives us 2 death gems, 2 nature gems, and 1 water gem every turn. There's a gem associated with each magic sphere. As you recall, we chose nature and astral. This does not give us astral, but it does give us nature. We also have the Empoisoners Guild, which allows us to get poison slingers. You know, that's guys with slingshots that are throwing poison at people. And empoisoners, which are awesome assassin guys, okay? To the left, these boxes indicate our 3 heroes. Now, we start with Temeron, the Nader of the Moon, right here. And here's all of the stuff that we gave him. There's his 4 astral, his 4 nature. He starts with 33 research ability, which is excellent. He has Awe 3. You can see the name in the very, very bottom center of the screen there. You can see it says research ability 33 right down here, you see, okay? Awe 3, if I left click on it, it says what it is. He's truly magnificent, and no one dare strike his beauty and power, okay? So it's hard to hit him because he's so awe-inspiring. He's resistant to poison, level 8, okay? He's a pretender god, meaning he's me, all right? He has wasteland survival, which means if your army is in a wasteland and he's there, he's not going to take very many supplies, okay? He's better at surviving in deserts and wastelands. He has a supply bonus of 40, meaning he can feed his troops magically somehow, I guess, okay? And then he also has Fortune Teller, so when an event happens, he can sometimes prevent it if it's negative. He has an Inspiring Researcher, which makes everybody that he's with research better. And he has Adept Researcher, meaning he's more efficient at researching. I'm not really 100% sure how that exactly translates. It just means he's better at research. I don't know the numbers involved. Okay, it doesn't matter. We've also got Faiz, the commander of Cetus. He's sort of a mediocre little fighter guy, but he has okay leadership and can lead some troops. I wouldn't necessarily want him to go up and try to hit anything. He'd probably stand behind troops and lead them, but That's who he is. And then we also have Maklu the Empoisoner, who knows some death magic and some nature magic, but more importantly, he's stealthy, meaning he can sneak around invisibly in provinces without the enemy seeing him, and he's an assassin, so I can have him sneak into enemy provinces and try to assassinate their leaders right as we're attacking, which can be very, very effective. You're going to want to decide on your first turn who you intend to declare your prophet. The prophet is a character that has special abilities. He can preach, he can build temples, he automatically spreads your dominion. If people see your prophet, it makes them become of your religion, basically. Okay, so it's very important to get your prophet going very, very soon. You have 3 options. Option 1, choose someone that you already have so that I can have my prophet ready to go on turn 2. When you declare your prophet, that takes 1 turn, and the next turn, now they're your prophet. Okay, so I could have Maklu or Faiz be my prophet if I wanted to. That would be my first option, and that's the fast option. The second option is to go to recruit units and recruit one of these guys to be your prophet. If there's someone in this list that's really attractive, that's a good option, okay? The third option is to wait until one day some really powerful hero unit will appear, and you can just declare him your prophet. That's the slow approach. Who knows how long that would take. But if you do it that way, you're going to have a really, really tough prophet, because he's going to start out a hero instead of just being some mundane guy that you declare your prophet. I'm going to go with option 2, and the reason is I don't want to wait a really long time because I want to spread dominion. As Cetus, that's very important to me, so we don't want to wait too long. If I look at Faiz the Commander, he's just kind of mediocre. He doesn't have that many hit points. He has pretty good armor, scale mail, halberd, and a shield, pretty decent armor, but he's just a guy with a shield and some reasonable armor. That's all he is. He's nothing special, okay? My Empoisoner here, Maklu, I don't really want him to be my prophet. He's just not really, I don't know, he doesn't say prophet to me. I don't want him to be my prophet. He's just not a good choice, okay? But if I look at my units here, I do have some really good options. The Lizard King here is slow to recruit, meaning it takes 2 turns to recruit him, which is kind of a negative for option B. You know, if they're slow to recruit, then it's going to take you an extra turn, okay, which is bad. But if you have somebody who has priest level 3, that is a candelabra with a number 3 next to it, in your options, that's a strong choice for your prophet. Here's why. When you declare somebody your prophet, they automatically become a level 3 priest, regardless of if they had any priest ability at all. They could be a non-priest, and if you declare them your prophet, immediately they become a level 3 priest. But if they were already a level 3 priest, then instead they become a level 4 priest. And that's really the only way to really get a level 4 priest is by doing that, okay? Since this Lizard King can be a level 3 priest, is already a level 3 priest, I would like him to be my prophet, okay? He has even less protection, okay? He's more of a caster. He's going to stand back and just cast spells. Here's how you recruit units. On the right side is the recruit units button here, okay? And then you just click on one you want to bring out. It's Lizard King right here. You can see from the tooltip at the very bottom of the screen, he costs 230 gold and 5 resources in order to recruit. On the bottom of this window, you can see that I have 92 resources and 400 gold available to recruit with on this turn. So I'm going to just select the Lizard King. We see the little hourglass right there next to him, and that says in the tooltip this commander is slow to recruit and will not be ready in the following month. So it just takes 2 months to recruit instead of 1. Let's also get an army going. All right, so I'm going to grab some of our cheapest units. So the cheapest units here are militia. They just have a spear and no armor. They're like naked lizard men with a spear, okay? They're not so great, but they're very cheap. The next ones over are the light infantry. They at least have a shield, and they also have a javelin, so they can throw that javelin at a range of 10 feet, I guess yards, or 10 units, whatever that is, okay? They can throw their javelins a couple of times. They have 2 javelins each. If you left-click where it says javelin, you can see ammunition too. So if you put them in the front of your army, They're going to be able to soak up a little bit of damage because they have that shield to block with. They're going to be able to throw javelins against the front ranks of their army, and they'll soak up that damage a little bit so that your better units don't take the damage. Okay, so let's go ahead and recruit a bunch of light infantry. About 14 is probably good. I'm going to want to also recruit a Sacred Serpent. These cost 30 gold and 1 resources. You can see I have 30 gold left, so if I recruit that, that leaves us with 0 gold left. So that's all I can really recruit this turn. The Sacred Serpent is a sacred unit. You may recall that I mentioned in the last video that your sacred units can be blessed by priests, and they'll get the effect of whatever our bless effect is when we made our demigod, which in Temeron's case is 1 morale, 1 magic resistance, and 3 extra hit points. So he's a sacred unit. He also has a standard, meaning in a group of units there, then it's going to give all those units +1 morale. Okay, so having the Sacred Serpent with you in your army unit increases your morale and makes you more confident that you're going to win. Okay, so I want to have one of those for all of these light guys that I'm building. So that's going to spend all of my gold this turn. Now we also need to set our research and give our guys the order to do some research while we're waiting for our prophet to be recruited. If you click on research here on the right side of the screen, that brings up our research menu. And these are all of the spheres of magic that are available to us. Okay. On this game, I'm going to focus on thaumaturgy and enchantment. So I'm just going to leave the bar here. Now you can click around in here and put some portion of your monthly research to go to one and then some portion to go to another. I really like to try to just get to the next level before I put my point somewhere else. So let's go ahead and maximize enchantment here. Thaumaturgy, excuse me. Let's try to maximize our thaumaturgy on our first research turn. We have 0 research points right now, so we need to set somebody to research. So let's go to Temeron. That's our god, Temeron, the nadir of the moon. And if you click on where it says defend right here, you can see when you mouse over it, it turns red. And then the tooltip on the bottom, it says change order for Temeron. So if you click where it says that, that's where it brings up your orders menu for this unit. Okay, we want him to research. Now, if I go over to the research menu, you can see that we have 33 research points. We only need 50 research points to get to level 1 thaumaturgy. Right here. Okay, we'll look at what those spells do in a little bit. We can also grab Maklu, our Empoisoner, and we could have him research too. He has 11 research points, so let's ask him to research as well. Now we have 44 research, so we're almost ready to have thaumaturgy level 1 at the beginning of turn 2. Okay. Faiz, I just want him to stand around. Let's just have him just patrol the province. He has no tasks right now. So on this first turn, we've changed our map filters. We've analyzed all of our starting buildings and units. We've recruited some units, made our decision about who our prophet is going to be. We've set our research, and we've given all of our units orders for the first turn. Again, you're watching Temeron's Tactics. My name is Temeron. Please make sure to subscribe to my channel and stay tuned for the continuation of this gameplay tutorial series.